In my never-ending journey to the top of Mount Speakerville, we finally break away from our Chinese overlords and head to Italia, famous for opera, where even clearing your throat sounds emotional. Today, we are taking a look at the RCF J8 column style speaker. Is it true Italian perfection? Or just another can of SpaghettiOs fresh out of the microwave? We will answer if the J8 can dethrone my current king of the mountain, the EXOTON S-1503. Or will this turn out to be another Ratatouille kitchen disaster? Let's see what's on the menu, shall we?
That's a spicy meatball!
And before I forget, if this review ends up being a chef's kiss, do me a favor and hit subscribe. Subscribing to my channel is like fresh Parmesan cheese. You didn't ask for it, but everything's better with it. So, what do you get when you shell out the 1,000 clams it takes to pick one of these up?
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
You get yourself a 12-inch subwoofer, weighs about 52 pounds. You get yourself 8 2-inch top speakers, top drivers, whatever you want to call them. You get yourself a pole that goes in between the woofer and the top speaker, which is height adjustable. That's a big plus of this speaker. You can adjust the height of the top speaker, and not only can you adjust the height, but you can turn the speaker left and right to face the audience in case you're doing speeches or any other things of that nature. Another great thing about this speaker is it comes in black and also white. So for those setups where your white speakers are gonna match much better, they have that option. Unfortunately, when you buy these, you don't get any covers, you don't get any cases, anything like that. That's all extra.
Money, 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 money.
Dollar, 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 dollar. Ching, ching, bling, bling, cut the chatter.
So you want a sub cover? Shell out the money. Another cool feature about this speaker is the top actually fits inside of the subwoofer. Makes it super easy for transport or carrying, loading it into your car. Everything is in one small package. I happened to grab this speaker off Facebook Marketplace. I got a pair of them for around 1,400 bucks, so got a bit of a deal. And when I purchased them, the pole that came with the speaker looked like it had been in World War II. So I picked up some Pro X poles. Any pole with an M20 thread will work just fine. Another downside of this speaker is that this speak-on cable that connects the subwoofer to the top is not that long. It's only about 6 foot. So if you want to go any higher than that, you're gonna have to buy yourself a longer speak-on cable. This thing packs in 1,400 watts and 128 decibels. It's loud, let me tell you. The tops are really, really loud. The bass, we'll get to that. Now that we've went over all the things you get when you buy this thing, I'm gonna take the grills off. We can see inside this thing's guts. We can also look at that back amp plate and see all of its knobs.
And he saw that it was good.
Now that you guys can see, I got these grills off and we can see all of our insides. It's shocking to me that they can get that 120-degree dispersion and so much volume out of these tiny little speakers. If you look at that, the speaker is barely the size of my thumb. So they are 2-inch drivers, there's 8 of them, and it does have a slight curve to it. It's hard to see it, but just a slight curve. So I'm guessing that's how they get that vertical dispersion. Now the horizontal 120 degrees, I have no idea because they're not angled left and right. They're all in one straight plane. So I did want to point out this cool design on the bass ports. This is the coolest bass cabinet that I've reviewed so far. Out of all my speakers, this one does look the most high tech. Now I'm just some dumb DJ moonlighting as a comedian, so don't do this yourself. It does seem like the box is a bit overly big for this 12-inch woofer, but I'm guessing, you know, that's their design. The Speaker grills are super high quality. They do have a weird indentation where the screws are at. The good thing about that though is it hides them inside the box and protects them from any damage. I do want to point out, when I was taking this thing apart, this was the hardest grill for me to get off of any of my speakers so far. And I did nick the paint a little bit on the grill, but that goes underneath this lip, so you can't see it anyway. But like I said, don't try this at home. One thing aesthetic wise that I want to point out is this speaker does kind of look like a smashed marshmallow. It's not my favorite design, but hey, it's still a good looking speaker. As far as the back end plate goes, it's as simple as it gets. You got your input, you got an output, you've got your volume knob, which RCF says to crank it all the way up, and you've got this little switch here for flat and boost. It's basically a bass boost, so when you're playing at low volumes, you push that in and it really brings out the bass to make it really sound good. You got a limiter light, a signal light, and a power light to let you know you have power, and you've got a line and a mic switch. That's it. Oh, and your 1/4 inch. And then of course, down at the bottom, you have your on off switch and an IAC input for your power. And that's it. It's as basic as it gets. No Bluetooth, no screens, no crazy DSPs, none of that crap.
Where's the flavor? Where's the flavor in this? I don't taste anything. I don't taste sugar, cinnamon, nutmeg, milk, nothing at all.
It's just plug it in, turn it on, and let her rip. And that's exactly what we're gonna do tomorrow when we get this bad boy outside for the sound test. All right, guys, once again, my beautiful wife joins us with her presence. Hello. Now, what do you think of the RCF EVOX J8 visually?
Hey, y'all, come look at this.
I think it's ugly.
She ain't holding back, guys.
Yeah, I don't like this stick thing and whatever this guy is, I don't know.
Yeah, so that's the part that tightens the pole so it doesn't move.
It looks cheap.
Looks cheap, eh?
Yeah, I don't like it.
All right.
And I don't like this.
Yeah, the cord.
Looks cheap.
Unfortunately, with the RCF speaker, you have to run a speak-on cable from the subwoofer to the top. So you don't like that, huh?
No, I don't like it at all.
It's much cleaner when what that bad boy is standing on your right side, the EXOTON, my baby.
And this is too little.
Too little, eh? So yeah, so if you were at your wedding and you walked out and the DJ had these speakers next to his booth, would you kind of be like,
I'd be like, that's cheap.
It's cheap, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, and it's funny because the speaker to your right is literally $400 cheaper.
Ain't no way.
Right?
There's no way.
Yeah, it's $540 for this and $1,000 for this.
They ripped them off. Whoever's buying this.
All right, so what did you think about sound quality? Well, we played a bunch of different songs out here, some of her favorite songs, and we played them both. We played one on one side, one on the other side, and they were both Bluetooth, and I had them both. I had this one. We did it with bass boost, without bass boost, and then of course we did my favorite with in the DJ mode.
Well, they both sound good, but like vocal-wise, I don't know what that's called. But bass-wise, I don't like this one.
Why?
It doesn't like punch. Like this one, like boom, boom, boom.
Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room.
It punches. This one,
Yeah.
I mean, if you were just listening to it by itself, it would be okay. But I just know how this one is.
Yeah, so we also tested these inside. I'll put a clip of that here now. We also tested these inside during Christmas. I was putting together my daughter's dresser, and inside the house at low volumes, what did you think it sounded in there?
It was good. It was loud.
Yeah.
Really loud.
Yeah.
I kept telling you to turn it down.
Right. But I mean, that's every speaker.
And it was vibrating the ceiling fan.
Yeah, it was shaking our ceiling fan a little bit, but I think that's just because the ceiling fan has literally started to come loose from all my speaker tests.
It has. That's true.
Yeah, so overall, what is your rating of the RCF J8?
Oh, I forgot. Isn't this the one that you have to plug in the Bluetooth? I don't like that at all. I couldn't figure out how to do it.
Yep, so there's no Bluetooth on this speaker, unfortunately. This speaker is actually 12 years old. It came out 12 years ago. Oh. And so it doesn't have any of the bells and whistles that the other speakers nowadays have. No Bluetooth, no DSP, no crazy screens on the back, none of that jazz. So yeah, so I had to use an alto Bluetooth receiver to plug into the back of this.
Yeah.
You don't like that as well? Yeah, it's kind of crazy, right? To have a speaker nowadays without Bluetooth, right? It just seems weird. It's like, this speaker doesn't have Bluetooth? What?
I know.
Yeah. So overall, what would your rating be for the RCF J8?
I'll give it a 6.
A 6 out of 10.
Yeah.
What about in the thumb scale?
It's mid.
So as you guys know, the EXOTON 1503 got 2 thumbs up. This one got half a thumb. All right, thanks, babe.
Sure.
All right, now the DJ's perspective for the RCF J8. Like my wife said in the previous clip, I'm not a big fan of this speaker. First of all, the looks of it, I'm not a big fan of the look. I feel like the bottom subwoofer looks like a smashed marshmallow. Every time I see it, I just think of that. I don't know why. They changed the design from the J8 and the EVOX 8. So the EVOX 8 was a more boxy speaker like this. And me personally, I think it looked a lot better. And then they changed it to this plastic design with the little like smashed marshmallow look, which I don't like at all. As far as aesthetics wise also, you know, you got the pole, you got the cord. You can like, you know, tie the cord down so you don't see it. But it's just so much a cleaner look when you don't have to have the pole. Now, the advantages of the pole is you can raise it or lower it to your height, to your liking. Now, I have it basically raised about as high as it'll go before you have to buy a different cord than they provide you with. So to raise it higher, you would have to have a different speak-on cable. Now, as far as sound-wise, compared to the 1503, there's no comparison. The bass on this speaker, now, one thing I will give RCF, when I was testing this speaker inside the house, putting together furniture and stuff around Christmas time, I had the bass boost activated because it was low volume inside of our living room. And this is actually the best sounding speaker that I have tested. Out of all the speakers I've tested, this one sounded the best at low volumes with that bass pushed in.
I ain't gonna lie, we gotta get this prop.
Once you get it out here and you turn the volume up, you're supposed to turn the bass boost off, which I tried. When you do that, the bass disappears. And then when you activate it, you've got some bass, but it's not enough. This top is way too loud for the bass cabinet. I noticed when I used these speakers actually at 2 weddings I did last year, when the guests would walk by the speaker, they would go like this and hold their ears, because in order to have any amount of bass, you have to crank this thing so loud where the tops literally hurt your ears. Yes, you can try and EQ that out, but I'm just telling you guys, it's not worth it. Also, like my wife said, there's no Bluetooth on this, so you're gonna have to use a different Bluetooth adapter. Not that big a deal. I mean, you can get Bluetooth adapters now for $40 on Amazon, so it's not that big a deal, but it's kind of weird to have a speaker without Bluetooth nowadays. One thing I do like about this speaker is how it breaks down, and this actually fits inside the subwoofer. It makes it super compact and easy to carry and maneuver to any events that you're going to, but I just don't feel like this gives you the power that you need. I might be a little biased now that I've been blessed with a 15-inch subwoofer. I just can't go back to the 12-inch subwoofers. They just don't do it for me. So that's our thoughts on these speakers. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hit that subscribe button for more. I'm gonna be reviewing a lot more speakers coming up and also a few more items that have been sent out to me. So stay tuned.